chairman because why a chairman after 17th I be Congress and one Obia baby abefabia ajibabia C for C chairman for chairman I may be no cry and to me no slogan it's a mock of prayer so more for fajin be able say see but I know so there and can send the power original pa Obia na there no so for coin wo there by the C for C no be anu said that is original I there from the beginning this is happening
but chairman na ki ehwe ni mu say ka bebe fia ba menim say aproboya hifanas hene en wako na sign na fam esitie
you need to come and share with you for no namase na ka me prepare say me tumi aba mo ho na so no me no ka say enra na me de me campaign na ba wie e wo Ashanti region na boba ye say du ba ko anajo enti me no mo ka sa fe na me nam kwan so a me bank line enti mo producers and family na me chance me me do one some master program na enti some bit me online no telephone so I don't want me enti me da master some smart me at master I mean chat here phone na me can say me free cry handom when me say me ma me free mu na say ma e ko ye na watch danti e wie na de chen ye na me do no almost 3 weeks in afi ansa na me ba me nam kwan so me ba machi let's say for the past 3 weeks no me chantier if you appointment mu at the Kosi yes Savannah region if it's Savannah region I'm call north east if you north east and I'm call upper east if you upper east and I'm call upper west if you upper west and I'm buy Tamale northern region and also me buy here Kwajumawie and I'm send bar Bono east if you Bono east and I'm bar Bono if you Bono and I'm call Hafo if you Hafo and I'm chair more bar central region if you na youth and women's conference ever honum na was some baby bia no ma in the 3 days at the 2 days ekwa pro central region and a third day no me dey by address youth conference no the youth conference no I see am no kasa wi ya na me sere kwan and na me see mo ko see Buta region hohoe ekoye meeting any party for no ko shia ye and e da hohoe ade tia no pa and na ye see ma homache eko oti eko dambai and me friends Kratchi is Kratchi West ba kwanta ABC Jafetan ne de ba ya ba yi oti if you oti na ya na na e san esi mu ahomache e be say ko Ashanti region so ya de 3 days abaye all the 47 constituencies and then nyame adom enra na me de me campaign na officially eba na wiye ewo eye konongo baabi a mehia eye Asante Achim North Asante Achim South and Asante Achim Central for no mu ehia ya dijmadi na ba wiye omodem paibo and you sebo eja me kwan a na me nam kwan so a me ba enkran intimate me aka say campaign no probo no akoso yi pa na reception manya any assurance as a manya every delegate any message I made them almost almost jatum no man can who say the party the chairman some be the party no party no any more than it and this party are more attractive now than ever Emma Osha Jumadi so ye be di and fear nine omudi Jumadi esha yensa Brana the Befa party na ye wa ban mu 2016 and you lose elections almost 1 million votes. I lose about 53 seats of parliament. Now, and so that now they are no so because the party same because people felt say, "More by Mukrana, manya sa crashing defeat." The Moko position there and the MPP for at the mobile Hanam Amamose. Ampa Manjan to Musa, I was very determined. Say whatever it is, we see who manya two party, a Masum party ya. Many of them say, "Madin Fisher Biasa, and this year, out of Fisher Biasa, Madino, with the moon Fisher Biasa, half of my life on this earth, I have used it to serve the NDC. From the branch through the constituency, every region, every national organizer for 9 years, the longest serving national organizer in the history of the party. The national organizer, I'm a sitting member of parliament. So I sacrificed myself and held two very important full-time positions. Ebwa party now, my party no, winning election 2008. Into Ushemwa, party no there. We will be a massive party now, me a national organizer, you know, me some by national vice chairman, some by national director of elections, and Saturday Kakrano 2018 party for no, who madam say, afraid there, my D-mate Tacha, a bread to say, make me a trustee and no my driver NDC car. I'm part of the car chairman, some 2020 elections I call you. You to me a move your votes, no. From about 4.4 million to about 6.3 million, almost 2 million friends are near the camp. After you see our parliament, so it will project from 106 to 137. Ama for the first time, no, your team and your BBA, Potocas and Referno, hang parliament. What I want to ask you, and one chimpe parliament. Just say between NDC and MPP, no. Ubia 137. And no answer why under my leadership, and the direction, no, it's me echo contesting for speakership election. Emma, for the first time in the history of our 12th Republican dispensation, opposition party, me and winning, I'm a speaker of parliament, on free government side. And he said, oh, Sadi, we now say, maybe for party, no party, no. I want they want from na yet me prayer party na bedu ba bia do na adwumadin and and come boom and the buy a strategic vision and direction and the aba bedu ba bia do and I am workers here yan party mpani for it be boa yen e ma team a me di o mani no yetime e bo modern e ma party no aba bedu ba bia do eti ba bia meko bia no enipa na some mo kan say wo ye adwuma pa me background say waso enti media for all the rounds amakono indications amanya e party for no say omo gidi obi mu say metin afaso
okay what
ne omo say
hold on chairman okay na me person me the way etwam me ne asika krant we dey facha me what ne wakika ni nyina no is that to suggest say we are a bit surprised say you contested as chairman a race way more.
Oh, maybe nothing surprises me in politics because I've done politics for a very long time. Until there is nothing that surprises me. But now I can say, if we had pulled our strengths together, and 2020 election, I personally know say we never lost the election. I know that we never lost that election. Until Anka, if we had put our resources together, now it would have been very, very, very easy for us. Say, you know, make me a crabum. Now, let me accord now, let me add power. Because you see, maybe as someone may come or trade fair and say, I will lead the party to form the next government. The objective now is to form government. Objective now is not to increase votes alone and to increase seats alone. And that's our objective now. Yen achieve and only driving force. And when my margin say, Messiah Babu number 12 imagine so. Yeah, we be I say a friend history. If history has anything to go by, I can make me a national organizer for the first time. No? We came so close to winning the election in 2004. The late Jacobi Chevilante had to rush to the castle to announce the results ahead of the Electoral Commission. My second term as national organizer, no, and the year Field Marshal, the D party, Emma, it's me winning here for Samuels, ABD president. You know, I believe, sir, my second term as national chairman will easily, you know, help the NDC to win the election and form the next government. And she said, Pa, any again, Pa, NDC war Emma my way, no. You bet me the Abaya Juma. Ama, I want to or how I will dress again of home, no. It's near you want to or how.
But
this is the main driving force, and I'm a for election.
Chairman, but party must say, oh, problem no. Unya ntiasie bia na hunu mu bi se party ma eni adwuma wayama party no.
Me say NDC party for no they reward her na oma ka kire me say womo ho adwuma pa amaye na en party you know say party ma no eje utum na omo assurance they have never failed me. My contest elections they bring NDC they have never failed me because woman me say I have the experience. And I'm able to bring people together. When we say, it didn't see that every party will say, you got to flag leadership election. Now within 1 week, all the losing aspirants. And my to an Abba party office. Abba pledging support, any commitment and loyalty to former President John Dramani Mahama. No, yeah, flag bearer ever 2020 election. Ebi so sansi yese obi a one no eye adwuma na so ne si akan na oye one of his main contenders Professor Joshua Alabi ebe ye the campaign manager. It demonstrates good leadership, somebody who is able to make impossibility possible because obi ono a contest election na ono a press wa na we di sunkunim. How does a person turn around to become your campaign manager? It doesn't just happen. It takes good leadership. It takes, somebody with a touch of human, to manage, human beings in such a way. Say, we'll be able to those are some of the qualities that are brought on board. Into the 2020 elections, NDC was very united. Under my leadership, NDC has been more united than ever. Into the do you know in 2000, the flag leadership election, Professor Mills, the late president, and founder some of our people broke away and formed the Reform Party. Even though Reform Party we only 1%, just about 1% of the vote, they push us into opposition. And from this experience, we will say what we need to do is to get somebody who will be able to bring the party together and unite them. I'm the unifier. And that element of unification and bringing people together was a game changer for the NDC in the 2020
but there are other elements.
I believe, sir, we can build upon this one to ensure that we bring everybody on board and then support the party to win the 2024 election.
Honorable, there are other elements and also a play somehow because a play somehow against you. Ebine a year and commodity and sama and then from say, oh no, why MPP for Ejuma. Ebi so say omoto abama say Kim wasem na ya twe ho da wo bebre wo aseni bia no ebeba be ye adekesia ma MPP amanyoko no no ma yusu e de tia eye NDC no wabra ye ko 2024 abato dem sanse be hu ne say
India so u ka wasem we a we ka say what is the logic in it obi a MPP for me akotena court amma court by 70 times no more than so me aboso the same person no be akojina say me MPP me MPP for are in bed. I mean what at all can happen? Maybe I say we knew where I have come from in this party. Me actually my contest election and we need in a very difficult action enclave about parliament 2 times. When my money who MPP for answer. My farm has been burnt, my vehicle has been vandalized, people have been beaten as a result of Minkah. We support Emma NDC. Oko Chebi now call Abuakwa South constituency. Now call here be a free. A honum na meeting winning election in all the branches are the honum. The records are there to show the kind of electricity pools, any electricity, i.e. street lights.
That's right.
Yeah, Chebia, but see, could see Bunsu Johnson. You do me village at Modukum, I say, and the NDC into your mommy's street light number of Franco. That is what my people have suffered as a result of my association with the NDC. And I am a friend, latter day since I'm in NDC. Some of them don't even have roots in the NDC. 80 million allegations say the national chairman of the NDC is in bed with MPP. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? I'm the youngest chairman in the history of the NDC. The whole party has bestowed onto me this very, 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 a friend said, onerous and honorable position as a national chairman of the party. So, I'll come to me, fat telephone, number ringi NDC for, and this is here, I may appeal, number ringi NDC for, say, or come to me here, Sika. I have 137 MPs who will prove to my house and come and support me. I have several NDC sympathizers who will make sure that I don't go hungry. What do I need? And when people for what? I'm in bed of MPP. I mean, our party should get serious. How on earth can you even suggest, by any stretch of imagination, that a national chairman of a party, the leading party in this country, will have anything to do with MPP? I mean, one more enemy see if they don't have any message, they should back out. Because this message will not sell. And I want to stress, what do we say in the NDC?
Yeah.
There was a time I knew General Secretary be a friend of Dr. Josiah. He was accused of taking some money from MPP. One of the tape will be a buyer. The party investigated it. I was by then a national organizer of the party. We suspended him as a general secretary. Eventually, the unity party, Emma or the Aviro Echo Womb. 724 say, if you are Nancy, Atlasia, Amana ba Atiabo the Trimano, the Banti Kumanya, and Sansa Diana Sintunku. And I want to urge all NDC people say, if Nipa radio Swa, one more cast out go and check their background and ask where they have come from. I was appointed as a DC chief executive, the youngest at that time in 1993 by President Rawlings. Youngest. Myself as DCE, myself as deputy minister, myself as regional minister, myself as local government minister, myself party position in the national chairman of the party. My blood, NDC runs through my blood. And it is so painful for anybody to suggest the least. After all, if you have the evidence, why do you wait until there is an election before you go around there to tell people that your national chairman is in bed with the MPP? Bring the evidence. Your party constitution. Quote the party constitution. I can be suspended from the party if it is found out that I am in bed with the MPP. Why can't you come out and tell all Ghanaians, say, this is the evidence that you have? And then you go around saying, say, Udipami Achimuni, and another for the Achimuni, and all of a sudden, we are Achimuni there, then you are in bed with the MPP. What is the logic in this? In 2008, when I was the national chairman of the national organizer of the party, did you know that I'm an Achim person? Am I not the same NDC person, chairman, organizer, who led Professor Mills' campaign for Professor Mills to become president when he contested with the same Nana Akufo-Addo, who is an Achim man? What has changed? Maybe I know. I thought maybe I'm a boy. We are then pass also make because these are issues are it is not true. I want to deny and I want to challenge anybody who has any evidence that I, Samuel Ofusompofu, the national chairman of the NDC, has anything to do with the MPP. You know how they have tortured me. What do we say to me? Can say Canada for Mabia kidnapping of Bukumaseno. I was the one behind it. I have been to court. I have sent one to me to court. If our justice system was working, almost 2 years now, they have not called the case. When we say, what about the call? I say KJTR market. I have gone to organize some people to go and bank KJTR market. And Mama they call police. I had to struggle before I was given bail. After now, nobody has shown up. Even the Ghana police owes me an apology because they wrote into and then sent a letter circulated into the media that Ofusompofu is threatening to ban KJTR market. Do you know how KJTR market was built? I was local government minister when KJTR market was initiated and started first under President Mills and then later on President Mahama. I was the local government minister who led this charge. How can I destroy something that I have struggled all my life to build? The Because I'm a microphone now, this is phone now, so okay. My loyalty and my commitment and my dedication to the NDC cannot be questioned by anybody. Because all my life, half of my life has been used dedicated to serve the NDC. So be part of the council now. If I'm a child, will be all evidence if you know. Evidence, not infamous. Because I want to state here categorically that I'll be the last person to have anything doing with the MPP.
Okay.
Number two, what became the court of one?
That's right.
My court over 70 times, but I have led this party as a national chairman during that period to move the NDC votes by almost 2 million and move our seats from 106 to 137. So Minkah joins my court 70 times, I will not believe it. But Bonnie Ben Amaya. Bonnie Amaya say, yes, me NDC for a meeting. And will be a record me. And one doctor tape, no. And then someone, Minkah Kaya, Akaho. And Yako, Yadiakoma MPP4. And me a court. And police for Yako court 70 times. What have I done? Minkah Chrono. Minkah embezzles, Obiasika. Minkah Yafi. Yami Yana said, NDC Juma. And you know what? In America, almost say when America is at war, they don't change their commander-in-chief. I am the chairman of the party. I have been working very hard for the party. Because of this party, I have been dragged to court. And I have gone to court for more than 70 times. But I want to assure you that I have very good lawyers who are handling this matter. And there will be no problem at all.
Okay.
Case, I can't do a cheaper and Chakrano. My lawyers have submitted my submission of no case. And I believe, sir, in the not too distant future, this case will be done away with. If there is any time that NDC people should show solidarity with me and support me, it is now. It is now that their chairman is before court for working for the NDC. This is the time that they must stand shoulder to shoulder and show solidarity with me. This is not a time for people, somebody to say, they will be free because of the court. If you do that, we are not showing solidarity. And as a party which believes in social democracy, one of our key elements is solidarity. Be each other's keeper. That is the core principle of social democracy.
Right.
A binding your NDC party need together. 18% your party for my core rounds. And I was very happy in Ashanti region when the regional secretary said, they said, Chairman, you be do what you say. You don't go to prison. We'll go to prison with you, and you become our chairman even in prison. But I want to assure you that I will not go to prison. I will be vindicated at the end of the day.
All right. Very well.
You know, the faith and the confidence our people have in me. Actually, I say this court matter is nothing at all, and it doesn't shake me at all. Now, for somebody to stand trial and go to court for 70 times, and the person is boldly working for the party. If you want to find out somebody who is courageous and fearless, that is for some.
Chairman, me and Famfa say, people finding very curious. Say just few days, and I say, Sabina Crock aside a month to the elections. Say those from the other side, the MPP, Ashasia, Omono Esusu say, would not say NDC for Tumawa. Ebetimi abwa NDC. Typical example here, Nana Komia. Wakasa. Say Omotoma wa ebebua ma NDC amanu kono etimi amano home so. Ebi mu suggest say those endorsement no. Omo finding it curious. Say it appears say you are more attractive to a MPP for no. Who say?
If I told them, many political strategies. Anytime your opponent starts campaigning for you, then it means that you are the person that they are afraid of. My politics are checked. Me buy contested to my west seat, Na gap at that MPP and NDC, about almost 15,000. Me a campaign for less than 3 months. Every gap, I lost that seat by 850 votes. And MPP phone them say, for some people, it's a game changer. MPP phone them say, in 2016, I was not the chairman of the party, but the person who was the campaign coordinator of the party when we were in office at that time, who was the person who was in charge of the campaign in 2016. And when we were in power, how did we fare? We lost. That is the most crushing defeat at NDC in the history of our party. The MPP at Nancy analyzed it and we say one of some people came as the chairman of the party. Or yet the biggest threat to the MPP, because I don't just talk. I'm a strategist. I'm a resource-oriented person. So if person was a politician, be ending the performance and look at the numbers. And I'm telling you that the numbers that I have brought into the party, when I took over as a chairman, I said, I have moved our numbers from 4.4 to 6.3 million votes, about. And that is something that MPP cannot sleep. And they know that if some people continue so by a chairman of the party, the MPP is in trouble. They know it. They know they are in trouble. They know they are in trouble. The only thing I want to say, one that pretend they say, almost support me, because in NDC, the moment the MPP say you support NDC for and the final there, let us vote another person. It's a political strategy and employ that they have adopted. I have been in the game for long, and I know political strategy, and I know what your opponent will do. Anybody who will come out pretend to say MPP for support me, it is the opposite. They know that I am the one who can do the greatest harm to them. I don't talk too much, but I deliver results. And what I have done in 2 years between 2018 and 2020, any political person be a unim from now or assess no using numbers. MPP are not comfortable with my chairmanship. That is why they have pursued me through all my 4 years. I'm deputy chairman. It's frustrating me. One they call assembly to me, so one they ask on assembly to me, so why are they doing this? Have you thought about it? The MPP are not afraid of people who will talk and rant and cannot deliver results. They believe in somebody. They fear somebody who is quiet. I adopt the submarine approach to political organization, and they know it. And they know that some people is the game changer when it comes to politics in the NDC. Okay. And I have proof by my record, the NDC for me opportunity to go again. I will send the NDC to power. And that one, I can tell you without any fear of contradiction. Okay. Say, court case, has no bearing on this election. Minkah will be a domain, no be the party now. And this is the time that they should even use my court case to rally behind me and support me to lead the party.
There are a couple of questions, sir. Me person be bizarre, but Minkah, I have 48 for say, high TV SYZ, and I feel so. Power 97.9. Mfonyin me, but lose my voice. Kakramene, chairman of Zompafo, and a edge common C4C, or on the NDC, Omo Congress, Omo Babe, and our tree every year. But, chairman, another question. I mean, talk about strategy, and it appears every year, one of the Trump card, what I used to at the Kawasem strategy, and the call. I also was gone by elections. People say, or now they are done with your tails in between your legs by saying, say, look, yes, easy fire now abatono me and to us you. People say, and no show say we will be a pass them surasem. What do you say?
No crab, me my NDC national organizer for 9 years. My by elections severally across the country. My do by election. Mako Asawase by election, Yedi Muntaka, Ebabidi MP. Mako Offensive South by election. Mako Gumwa East by election. Mako Amenfi West by election. Mako Talensi by election. Mako Bimbila by election. Eba, Ibn Chambers, Erezanko, Echoes. Mako Navrungo Central by election. Emra Honorable, the late Honorable Achulu, Efrimu. Mako Talensi by election. Mako Willinsi by election. Emra Honorable Samonyi Makai. It disqualified, no? From Parliament. But lead this by-election thing, I have never called the NDC out of any by-election. Ayawaso by-election was a different story. The first time, Yakwako to Aba, to Abano, state security agencies, state military and police hardware, SWAT team, Eshentade, Eshe camouflage, mask akato money ekuta assault rifles issue to Nkofo a program a book MPs. I am party candidate no Nisie ISF war zone. You call me fear Brampofion, it was like a war zone. Muja Shiegu. Within 2 hours of that election, more than 30 people had been admitted to the Legon hospital. Some of them with critical conditions have been sent to the 37 military hospital. Meaning, at that time, we had to weigh between human lives and going forward with that by-election. Mansore and Kasa said, Minkah, they make every taking decision. You will realize that at the time that I was taking that decision, the immediate past National Security Minister, the most respected Honorable Tutubi Kwachi, was with me. Mm-hmm. We had consulted with our party security gurus. We have consulted with all those who matter. President John Dramani Mahama was in Volta region, campaigning for his flag bearership election. I called him, Menene Kasai. All of us came to a conclusion, say, we must save human life instead of allowing people. Soldier for crowd called Doka. They do what we call retreat. They retreat from the battle, they go back to reorganize themselves and then come back. I do not think, sir, yes, there will be a battle of asymmetry. Obukutetu, armed to the teeth. Your boys don't have anything, not even cutlass, not even catapult. As a good leader, I will not push my party boys to go there and send them to the slaughterhouse to be slaughtered. So when we took that decision, it was a consensus. It was a decision that we all took and called one another. A bit more, a year very, very, in some means in Kano radio, so because the intelligence that we gathered and what was going to happen to some of our people on that day, warranted that we preempt them from doing that danger so that we can save more lives and more people from suffering casualties in that by-election. That decision was a decision that I consulted other people. Now, here, President John Dramani Mahama, the next day, he cut short his visit. If you go to that region, and said that very day, Yeko 37, any other places, Eko Sra, Woma, Omopriano, and he made a statement, and he commended the leadership of the NDC for showing leadership at that time and taking the decision and putting the security and the safety of the nation first before our own parochial political interest. That was the statement President John Dramani Mahama made. Say, Mebenwa, and can make boss that statement and not at the actual. No one magana food now. If you have it also on your console, that's right. No one will say President Mahama came and commended the NDC for showing leadership and taking the decision to withdraw from that by-election. Mr. I'll say, you saw by-election, your general election in 2020 under my chairmanship. Did we withdraw from any of the constituencies in the by-election? We never. Exceptional cases cannot be used to assess my strength or look. The decision that was taken was the best decision that we took at that time. But the people say, let me just go forward and tell you a few things that happened. Right. As a result of that decision that you take, the international community attention was focused on Ghana. And because somebody said, this is the beginning of 2020, there was pressure on Nana Akufo-Addo to pass a law to ban vigilantism. Yeah. And because of that single withdrawal, he hurriedly had to set up a commission of inquiry under the able chairmanship of Amy Short. If those things had not been done, and the international community attention has not been drawn to this, and they want the government to say, if they deploy vigilante groups on election day in 2020, severe sanctions will be visited on Ghana. That is why we had a 2020 election, sir. Who say vigilantism, thousands of them are almost training deploy on election day. They were unable to deploy them. I believe that as a result of that decision to withdraw, the Peace Council came in, the NDC leadership, including the General Secretary and myself, went and signed memorandum of agreement with the National Peace Council and other government agencies to ensure say vigilantes in violence in that election. I believe that if somebody would take his time to go through the chronology of events, knowing the benefit of that decision to withdraw now, and Kobe will say, I'll be commended rather than being condemned for that decision that we took on that fateful day. But we know, there's a gentleman called Yaro. Yaro has had his leg. Went to for almost 4 years. Who has taken care of him? I give credit to President John Dramani Mahama and myself. And the action acquire series of surgeries. Aqua specialists, Eastern region, Dr. Kasas, Aben Woduma. Those who are blaming me say, I don't think I may withdraw from that by-election. Have they even visited the injured? They don't know how they have survived after this time. Intino Miliano, me did say, yeah, 2018. Yeah, court first by-election 2020. Yeah, court Aban. Yeah, I also was going by-election for Aban. Did we withdraw from that competition? But there was 30 months south. Honorable, there was 30 months south. And I think so, a few incidences being grandpa see after the elections. Over compare the nature not to the see what I also was going to say. Yeah, you should state force. And they atiatia team for. So then again, Ebi Minkah say, look, the strategy at Ayasu was gone really work. Said a bit of a seaside and whole kind. They say it worked to a very large extent. Emma is sanitizing the political environment. Every call 2020 elections. I mean, what happened in Techiman South was not vigilantism. Say a police for whether they are people who were drafted into the police. But for now, I don't have the evidence. That's what I would say. It is the state security forces and the Kwame shooting for. It is the same state security forces, and a tool, Emma Obiwo do any Ablukuma Central. And going forward, we as an NDC, yes, setting up a committee chaired by Professor Kwame and after that, Emma the proposals, electoral reform proposal, a friend said all the governance institutions, the electoral commission, Parliament and everybody as to how we can reform our security operations on elections day. You can only use the law to create the environment. And those are the things that we are pushing. Sir, before 2024 election, there must be reforms. State security agencies in for life ammunition and police stations and community. Yeah, a lot of petitions. We have even petitioned the United Nations, we have petitioned ECOWAS, we have petitioned all those who matter on this matter. And now you go so as a party. I am President Hanyaman Bede, a vessel CBU going into the 2024 election. As a party, so we are putting in our own strategies. You bet me, I share quiet Bapaswa, you never bought young crop for home on election day. Those ones are not matters that I can sit here and discuss with you. But in any case, I, as a chairman, what I need to do is to provide strategic direction for the party. Now, a lot of things are being done quietly to address issues of election security and how we can move forward as a party and go and win the 2024 election without being intimidated or without being attacked by any stretch of imagination.
Okay. Questions do now free at for and so Baba Minkah messages in the Wabra Ugusuwa Homano so Godwin Achichobi say it's good listening to C4C this morning. John Kwekusabi say, but what about Techiman South shooting when he can A1? Beatrice Homsey say C4C, you are the best. We love you. And Goy Gausu say chairman, you do all. Vatsi Etonam, also the message about from the northern region say, we are seeing a bad economy under Akufo-Addo. I can't wait for this NDC election to be over. It's been two, more elections, and some no name come out to ama ekroma is too much. It when you obenya anaka mabato no abewe ententem. But there's a question that free a tier for the back James Quay was say in 2016, Chairman, you were Director of Elections. In 2020, you appointed those who were in charge of elections. That is